Did you switch?
Yes. Did you switch?
This is an accurate representation of how my morning has been. Anna's going to be looking for vinyl. Worst case scenario, I'll use that coral one. That's regular vinyl. Hi, and welcome to the Oak and Lamb YouTube channel. My name is Becca Oaks. I'm an owner and craft educator here at Oak and Lamb. Miss Rachel Webb is also an owner and craft educator, and
Anna, whose head
Lamb
you see,
is also an owner and craft educator here. We are so excited that you're here with us this morning on this Thursday. We're going to be doing a little craft project. Now, I'm going to do this a little bit backward from what I normally do because, Rachel, what is the title of this video?
Cricut iron-on for dummies.
For dummies. So if you're coming to this video specifically for Cricut iron-on, I'm going to do that part first so that you don't have to do all this other stuff. So I'm going to do the iron-on first. Then I'm going to teach you how to make this. Now, what are we making today? I'm glad you asked.
Who asked?
First of all, I forgot a wreath. I have gorgeous wreaths at home. I went to Walmart to get fabric, and this was the only wreath in all of Walmart, and it is ugly as homemade sin. Sorry if you have one and love it. I'm sorry. But
I actually don't think it's the ugliest
which is
thing
why
I've
it's
ever
going on
seen.
your door because I knew you wouldn't care.
Of course.
We are making a sash that goes in the wreath, similar to this, and then you can put whatever you want on it. I'm going to put the Webb's Established 2023 on it with heat transfer vinyl. Now, you could also do this with an embroidery machine if you wanted to, or hand painted if you had like a duck cloth that you were making this out of.
Cute.
A painted one would be really cute. But I'm going to teach you, oops, I didn't flip that very well. I'm going to teach you how to make this ribbon/sash thingy. And you could use this in a couple different ways. Now, I have one that's really long and kind of bigger that has the kids' monogram on it, and we tie it into a bow and put it on their Easter baskets, and it is adorable. So the exact same.
Coral's gonna pop real nice on that.
Coral's gonna pop real nice.
Becca, Sherry said, Becca, can I have a code for the yearly membership?
Absolutely.
Anna said, yes. Do you want me to have her email us and we'll give her one, or do you have
share
one?
it now? What is that one that we give at no, the
Hang on, let me get there.
the
Crafty?
No, the best one because I'm in a really good mood.
The
The one we normally just do at Black Friday. Is it fun or best or is it Jingle?
It's Jingle. Anna was right.
Anna was right. Who knew? Use the code JINGLE, Jingle.
Guys, I have a baby, so I can't type, but I'm just going to copy and paste. Okay, hang on.
JINGLE, and that will give you the best deal. It will also renew your membership every year at the best deal. You're welcome. Just in a very interesting mood today.
You can click that link with the Santa Clauses on it.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
So I am going to measure, actually I already know, it's 4 inches in width, right? And so I'm going to look over in Design Space really quickly, and I already have this put together. The product we are using today is iron-on, also known as heat transfer vinyl, or HTV. Is that the only other? I'm trying to think of all the terms.
That's it. Iron-on is specific to Cricut's brand.
Correct.
HTV and heat transfer vinyl, of course, it's just one is abbreviated. But that's kind of the universal term for iron-on.
My husband's calling me. Can you tell him I'm live? Yeah. Well, I just clickety-clicked out of it.
Poor Wayne.
Yes. So when you are working with iron-on, Rachel, let's talk about brands for iron-on really quickly. What is our favorite brand of iron-on?
Our favorite brand is Caesar Easy Weed. Now, we have used lots of brands of iron-on. I feel like we're less picky with adhesive vinyl than we are iron-on. We love Caesar Easy Weed. We get it from, I mean, you can get it from anywhere, Amazon, whatever, but 143 Vinyl is it's a place local here, not local, but it's in Kentucky-ish, and great prices, great selection. I think there's like 50-something colors available. The shipping is super fast. It's phenomenal. We love Caesar Easy Weed. It's so easy to use.
So iron-on in general can be used on so many different things. And we have videos using on so many different things. You can use it on wood. It's not amazing on wood. You can use it on canvas. You can use it on leather. You can use it on things that you wouldn't even ordinarily think. But iron-on is made for fabrics. Yes, Rachel.
I'm also blaming you for this because you wanted to throw out the jingle code. We've got a couple people that want to renew now that don't renew for a month or so, or want to go ahead and bump from monthly to yearly. How could they do that? What's the best way for them to snag this Christmas deal?
Because my head is swimming and I need to think about that, can you email me hello at
yep.
oakandlamb.com and let me know?
And I think we need you guys to do that separately anyway so that we can keep track if we need to bump you up or help you renew. So go ahead and just email us.
Okay. Thank you. That doesn't mean anything, Anna. Heat transfer vinyl. Let's go to the computer first.
Okay.
So I have this put together. Look how cute this font is. I don't even know where I got it.
I really like that.
It's called Algerian.
Okay.
No clue. I don't know where I got it, but I like it. And then this is called Farmhouse. And I just liked the two together. I think it looks really cool. So I insert the text box, put my words in, inserted this text box, and all I'm going to do is select both of them together because it's two different boxes, and I'm going to attach them. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one, attach. Now I'm going to measure and make these fit really nicely. So what we have going on is a ribbon, which is just a giant rectangle, right? So we are going to put a giant rectangle in Design Space, and it will be a representation of our ribbon. Make this, let me see how high I want to make it.
I'm going to have to switch over to another camera.
Okay.
You're going to have to go in and make the coupon code available.
Okay. Hold on just a second. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I did not realize that it was expired.
Well, Becca, these people, they got to have the good deal now.
Well, yeah,
they got to have it.
I'm here for you all.
Listen.
I'm here for you.
If you all give us your money, we'll give you the
Stop
code.
right now. I'll give you a song and a dance. I haven't
Only the first
anything.
5 get private songs and dances. We'll send them to you.
I'll Zoom with
Put your
you
name in
and
them. What's that thing called?
It's a fully clothed song and dance, so don't get excited.
No. What's that thing called? You can have like a celebrity. What's it called, Anna? You can have like a celebrity make a personalized cameo. Becca will do
Is that
cameos.
where like Dolly Parton gets on and is like, "Hey, Rachel, happy birthday."
That's exactly what it is. But like, it's also obscure people, like B-list actors from shows you've seen once in your life.
I mean, I aspire to be Dolly Parton status. You know, my daughter thinks that she's more beautiful than me.
Becca, Dolly Parton's more beautiful than 90% of the population.
She's paid a lot to be more beautiful. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
who is going to get some ribs removed for beauty? Okay.
also her heart.
DP is.
Her heart.
Her heart
Just
makes her a
gorgeous.
10 out of 10.
Okay, yearly. Sorry, I don't do this enough for it to be like. Where's my coupon code? Oh, discount code. Jingle. What is the date? April 18th.
Yep.
It's Judah's birthday.
You guys got a lot of people to keep up with.
You have
Anna, you can't
no
hear. She's not
idea.
mic'd up. She said, that's one of our niece's birthdays. I don't know how y'all keep up.
Edit. Okay, it is now effective through the 19th. So tomorrow. Get at it. Get at it, friends.
Let me refresh
Okay,
this.
now it's saved. Okay, back to Design Space. I said 12 inches, so we made this 4 inches wide, and the height is going to be 12 inches. And then change the color here so that I can see it. I also want these to be the same width. So I don't want to size one up and then one end up being like these letters are 3.5 inches and then these letters are 2 inches or something like that, because you see that. Like visually, it looks very off. I hate seeing typography and having the same font, but like different sizes here and there.
Yeah,
it looks so weird to me. Like the thickness is different.
It's horrible.
Right, thank you. So size them together. Sorry, Rachel, I'm making you do lots of button pushing.
That's what I'm here for.
Okay, good.
Well, that's what I'm paid the big bucks to do.
Oh, yeah. When was the last time you got a paycheck?
We won't talk about it.
Yeah.
It's not important.
So I'm just sizing like this. That looks good. I'm going to delete this because I don't need it. And then I am going to just select my little Cricut Joy Extra because that is the machine I'm using today. We'll click make it. Now, when you are working with heat transfer vinyl, now sometimes like a printed heat transfer vinyl, you do not have to mirror, but the packaging will tell you 9 times out of 10, probably 98 times out of 100, which I feel like is more than 9 out of 10.
Apparently. I'm not very good at math.
You need to mirror your image. The reason you need to mirror your image is that it cuts on the top, and when you transfer it over, it will be backward. Okay, so I'm cutting this on a mat, and I want to, in Design Space, just click mirror, like that. We'll press continue. And the cool thing about Design Space is once you select iron on as your material setting, it will alert you with like a reminder type thing, and it will say to you, make sure your image is mirrored. So let me go.
I can't tell you how many times in my early Cricut journey I remembered to put it down, shiny side down, but did not mirror my image. The amount of material because it's not just remembering to do one thing when you're doing heat transfer vinyl. You have to remember to do several things differently.
Right.
So
what have we learned so far? We have learned shiny side down. We have learned mirror. We've also learned, I think I'm cutting this wrong. I'll move it over. Done. Okay, so shiny side down. And it is easier to find if your vinyl is shiny side down on a colored vinyl, I think.
I agree. And I mean, people are gonna be like, they're both shiny. They are, but one is shinier, and you'll be able to see. When you're in person, it's really easy to tell.
Well, and the other way, if you're really unsure, because on whites, a lot of times I am unsure. And if you're really unsure, if you want to go to the overhead, Rachel, I'll show them. Just take the corner of one and a weeding tool and just poke it, and you'll be able to tell. You've got clear backing.
That's your transfer tape.
Right, that's the transfer tape. And then if it's, you know, wiggly and movable like that, then that's your actual vinyl. So you know whether you have it on there good or not. Now, I'm a little frantic today, so I've had to piece this together because I'm not really thinking well. You could put it all in one piece and it would be absolutely perfectly fine.
But this is a good lesson. If you have scraps, you can hodgepodge it together.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, if my graphic were to sit right here, you don't want to overlap where this
it's
is
going to
overlapped.
cut, correct.
Right. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and place this in and let it cut.
Anna, do you see how I switched the camera so that it shows the Cricut cutting? She's going to hit me.
She might.
She's going to hit. She's too close to me. Why did I do this with her so close to me? So you switched the camera. I only torture
Now
the
I
people
press
love.
go on my computer. And while that is going, I'm going to grab my mini easy press. We are using a tiny mini easy press. So a lot of questions that we get about iron-on are, can I use a household iron? Yes, you can use a household iron. We do have some videos on that as well. But our preference is the mini easy press. You can also use like clamshell presses. You can use the large easy press. It's really not as finicky as you think. If you're using the mini easy press, go ahead and turn it on to that second setting and grab your heat resistant mat. You can also use an ironing board if you have one of those and don't have this mat. These mats are expensive, these big ones. Rachel, how much are these?
They're expensive,
40?
and you can tell that we haven't wanted to purchase another one because it looks really bad.
This is our sublimation mat too.
But
I
now
don't know
if you
can
buy
tell.
one, it's going to last forever. But I want to say close to $50.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can get them on sale. We do have another one that has not been sublimated on. This is for company use, right?
Yes.
So this is the one we pull out when company comes over.
Yes, when we're trying to impress.
Yeah. Anywho, so this is preheating. This is almost finished cutting. I'm just going to grab my favorite little weeding tool. Let's talk really quickly about weeding tools. If you all have purchased the Cricut weeding tool packet, raise your hand. And by raise your hand, I mean comment. How many of you all that purchased the Cricut weeding tool and that long pointy one, how many of you all have ever used that? Let me know. For what it's actually supposed to be used for, let me know. Like we use it to poke each other and things like that. In fact, I think we've thrown all of them away.
Well, they're so not useful.
Right. The other thing that I want to point out, we no longer use Cricut weeding tools because Cricut weeding tools tend to bend and are not durable. So you're going to get, honestly, some of them we have just opened and the first time we use it, the end bends and it just makes weeding a pain in the butt.
Before we got some from Amazon, there was literally an endless supply of them coming in the mail and us throwing them away.
Yes.
It was just like a cycle.
And so this one is from Amazon. It is in our Amazon storefront. We absolutely love it. We have used these for literally years. We've never purchased new ones. They do not bend, and they're like $3 and something, Rachel.
Yeah, they're cheap. They're cheap.
When we
they're
bought
like
them,
$4.99 at the most when we get them.
So
and
they're green.
They're made better. Now we do love some Cricut products. Obviously, they're machines. They're brayers. We love their
brayer is
brayers.
unmatched.
Yeah, well, things like their weeding tools,
Easy Press, we love
Easy
it.
Press.
Which we've compared it with other ones.
Or the cutting mats. Don't waste your money for the brand name on those.
Right.
We have so many, other types.
I should have put this on the Venture. I forgot that the little Cricut Joy Extra is a little bit slower.
She's okay.
But it's okay. It gives me time to chat with you all.
I need to know who brought the bags of Easter candy over here. Because they're cracking me up.
It was me or Anna. I'm not sure.
Well, I know it wasn't me, so when you say it was either me or Anna, I'm like, yeah. 'Cause it's so funny to me. They're just right here, just ready. You slid open, just...
Couldn't eat them while I was producing if they're sitting over there.
You make a good point, Anna. It's hard to argue with that. She couldn't eat them if they were over there.
That's what I was doing instead of switching cameras.
You were just trying
Eating
to get
candy.
your energy up.
Anything for you all.
I understand.
Okay, so I'm going to unload this mat and then I'm going to weed this. I love weeding heat transfer vinyl, especially when it's like larger pieces because you don't have to baby it. You don't have to be worried about pieces coming up. And so I always go ahead and weed off the excess. So I'm going to pull off all of this extra.
If you're one of the people that start in the center of the letters, Tanner Bell, he always did that. Start at the outer edge and work your way. I don't know what kind of mental illness it is to start in the center of a letter.
Have we ever asked him about that?
No.
Take my centers out first.
Yeah, well,
Oh, Anna.
I think you're a type 8 like him.
An
And,
Enneagram 8?
Yeah.
I've never tested as an 8 in it
I know. I think you see yourself wrong.
Oh. She sees herself wrong.
Yeah. I think people should take it
I also see Becca more as an 8.
than a 1.
Yeah, just because you're mean.
Well, I don't think so.
And I don't think I am either.
You don't think you're mean, Prozac?
You don't think you're mean either, Lexapro,
Well,
Mommy?
Well, Anna.
Listen. I love my Lexapro.
Yeah. Yeah.
I dropped one in the floor the other day.
In the what?
In the floor.
Okay, yeah.
And I couldn't find it.
Oh.
Jason found it and said, "You better take that." And I was like, "You know it. You know it."
Jason with his old man eyes found it before you could?
Jason's eyes are really good.
Well, he paid a lot for them.
Not good. I am blind as a bat. Ray, I applaud you for still using your Cricut weeder tool. That just means you must be a gentle soul. Ray, no, you can't hear Anna because she's
Not Mike.
mic'd
She has
up.
a baby in her arms.
She's
You know,
holding a
Rachel,
baby.
no one has ever said it to me. No one has ever described either one of us as gentle.
No.
Have you ever noticed that?
Oh my gosh, no. Dad says all the time, "I'm so glad you didn't go into nursing." He says it as a joke all the time because of how rough I am with anything and everything. I'm just
It's
rough
really
on
funny
stuff.
if we get something here at the studio and it has to be put together. I'm like, I'll do that, Rachel. I'll take care of that because she's such a brute.
Becca
Like,
knows. If you make me put something together, it's number one, it's not going to be put together correctly. Number two, it's probably going to be a little bit broken when I'm done with it,
well, a lot broken.
or a lot broken.
Remember that shelf that you put together for us that was supposed to hold the cardstock things, the cardstock boxes? It was like white. Yeah,
Listen,
she was never quite the same. But you know what? I didn't have to do it. I didn't have to do
you
it.
should have. I wanted to be helpful.
You were. Also, if you ever want to know how dry your skin is, just put your skin all over the backing of a piece of iron-on.
Ew.
I mean, just look how, can you tell how gross that is?
Hang on, let me switch.
There's also a footprint right here. I'm not sure.
Well, I'm sure, because if anyone looked down and saw where all of our heat transfer vinyl was, you would notice how easy it would be to have a footprint on it.
Now I'm going to iron this on, and it is so easy to iron on, but let's grab this first. Place it right here. And then I'm just going to put this right here.
Ooh, that sage green iron-on would be pretty on that too.
It would. Too bad I've already cut this one out.
No, I just mean, for those of you at home.
Yeah. This is from, this fabric is from Walmart. It was pre-cut. I didn't want to wait on anybody. But it has like a duck canvas feel, which I appreciate. And if it's going outside, you want it to be more durable than just regular cotton, I think. Unless you're going to like put some stabilizer or something like that in it. Which is not a terrible idea. Listen to that baby singing to us. Him singing.
He's telling a big story to Anna.
So I've placed this down. The cool thing about iron-on is if you place this down and you don't like the location, pull it back up. You can do that as many times as you want. I do have my little easy press. It is preheated. It's green and lovely and wonderful. And we are going to just apply heat. Now, when you're applying heat, I like to start in the middle. That's just my preference. And
now,
with the mini easy press, you're going to move it around. You think, because it says on the packaging, place heat with medium pressure or firm pressure or whatever for 20 to 30, I don't know what it is because it's been so long since I actually did it that way, 20 seconds and then cool pill. Well, with the mini easy press, you're moving it constantly, which means there is not a consistent amount of heat anywhere for 20 to 30 seconds. But somehow it works. And the way that you know it works is you're looking for bubbles to appear in between your vinyl and your carrier sheet. They're there.
we lost a little piece of our tea on the established. Gracie caught that.
We
Gracie caught
did. I just ripped her right off. Thank you.
Thanks, Gracie. What I was gonna say, like very similar to what Becca was gonna say, is when we first started out, we religiously used like the bigger heat presses, which has a specific temperature and a specific time. It says to do pressure. So when we first got our mini easy press, we were nervous that we would have a lot of project fails because number one, the heat is technically not evenly distributed because you're moving it around. Number two, there's no timer and there's no specific temperature setting on the mini easy press. We were completely blown out of the water. Our bubble was bursted because it's just the easiest thing to use ever. And I think that there's a stigma around HTV that it has to be put on a specific, very certain, very specific way, and it just doesn't. Like it's pretty forgiving in my opinion. You know, if it's not stuck down, just put more heat on it. Not a big deal.
Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove this. Just remove it slowly. And if, like Rachel said, if it's not stuck down, place it back down, put more heat on it. Because like on these little pieces, it may not be stuck down good. This worked out well. You know what also would be pretty is like an offset, like a lighter offset on this to make it pop.
Yep.
Just put this back down. All right. That's how easy it is to use iron-on. I mean, it is so gratifying to cut this out, to weed it, to place it on. And honestly, you can do this in fewer than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I probably did, honestly,
Now,
by the time I quit talking.
Speaking, if you happen to want to make a business selling anything, these would be phenomenal. Number one, they're so small. They're going to fit in a little bubble mailer and be super easy to send out. They take no time at all. I mean, honestly, this is a great option to make and sell too.
And you literally just hang it over.
That's adorable.
Right? Are we on the front facing camera?
You are.
God, you're good. You are
Yeah.
good.
Uh-huh.
So that's cute. But I'm going to teach you really quickly how to make this. So
Also,
simple.
we have a question on how do we get to your Amazon storefront. So our Amazon storefront, Miss Jennifer, is always on our descriptions. It's always down in the description. I
Right.
just linked it in the comments for you guys because that is where all of our favorite products are. They're all there. Enjoy.
Okay. Quickly. This doesn't take long at all. All I'm going to do, you just need to decide how wide you want your ribbon.
Which is going to be in half, right? Like you think of it like that. Oh, wide. I thought you
Wide.
meant lengthwise.
I just ended up doing the length of this, which is roughly 48 inches. And then I did 4.5 inches in width. And the reason I did 4.5 inches in width is because I wanted a 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way around, right? So I'm going to just bring this over here on my handy dandy quilters ruler mat fun thing. Grab this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4 at 4.5. Line it up. Grab my rotary blade. Rotary cutter. And cut it. And then I'm going to do another one at 4.5 inches. Let's move it right over. Okay, now I'm going to open these up. And I am placing them right side to right side, so the wrong side will be visible. Just like this. Now you want to get them good and even. Just like this. And I'm going to cut that angle on the bottoms of these. And I'm going to do it together. Now, you could decide if you wanted one to be angled to the left, one to be angled to the right. That's totally up to you. But to do these angles, these, what is this called?
A horizontal line?
No, the mat.
Oh, it's a,
Self-healing.
yeah.
These mats, in addition to having, of course, your horizontal and vertical lines, have diagonal lines. And one is, I don't know if you can see this or not, one is 60 degrees, one is 45, and one is 30. So just decide what angle you want them to be at. And you're going to just place like this. You can do it in the actual corner up here if you want to, or you can do it back here, however you want to do it. It's the same angle. I'm going to put it right here. And then what you want to do is line your quilter's ruler, just like this, on whichever angle you choose. And cut. That easy. Super, super quick. That's all the cutting we had to do. And now what we want to do, I'm going to put this over here. Because this is a longer piece, you don't necessarily have to do this. If you are comfortable sewing and keeping everything in place, then just kind of eye it and do it. But because it's a larger piece, I want to just grab some Sewist clips and clip along here, just sporadically, like this. And then over here as well. Now I'm going to grab my sewing machine. And when I sew this, I'm going to sew all around the perimeter, but I'm going to leave an opening so that I can flip this. And I'm probably going to do it in the middle because I'm going to have to do a top stitch on top of it. And this will be folded toward the back. You will never see it. If you did it like on one of the edges, you're going to see where it's top stitched or where you had to hand like stitch it together.
Good point.
So I have my sewing machine here. Like I said, I'm going to do 1/4 inch seam allowance and just sew all the way around. So that's what I'm going to do. Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
Whoop. 1/4 inch.
It was really not loud over here. fast she's going. Fast like lightning. The first thing I ever sewed. The first thing I ever sewed was a little keychain. Like one of those little straps. You know, what are they called? A wristlet. A little, laying your wristlet.
When you get to the corner, stop. In the newer machines, the needle will go down, pick up your foot, and pivot. I need to go one more stitch.
Pivot, huh?
Pivot.
Pivot.
I have a neighbor that drove through the neighborhood yesterday, and the front of their license plate says Pivot, and I kind of want to be their friend.
I love
just
it.
because of that.
I love it. Tammy wants to know if you could use heat and bond, Becca.
Sure.
Christy, she does not have her shoe off today. That's what kind of day it is.
Which means I'll probably have an error at some point.
Yeah, and then she can blame it on her very thin shoe that she has on. Tammy, if I can sew, you can sew. Then these are all straight lines. If I can sew, you can. I promise.
Almost finished.
Becca, have you done any more embroidering? Or not embroidering? Yeah, they are.
No, I keep trying to find like a kit that I like, that I want. And I'm the kind of person that likes to see it in person. Like I found some on Amazon, but I really want to look at them in person. And there just are not any good ones around here. Also, it's very time consuming, and that's all I want to do until it's done. So I'm leaving about a 2-inch opening. And then I'm just going to flip.
Let's see. Becca made me sew a baby bib. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I did pretty good.
You did do good.
Yeah.
Did Charlie ever wear that?
I don't think I ever got them. And that's okay. Things happen. I would only put my son in Becca quality things anyhow, so. He's trying to tell you a story. Just listen to his story.
He's singing the song of his people.
Yeah.
My sweet little baby.
Christina, sure. We're always taking cut file requests from our incredible members. I don't know. Somebody want to start a new Facebook post on it?
Yeah, we need to start another one. I had
Yeah.
it pinned.
Maybe start another one.
Okay.
Do we need to do that? An admin?
We can. I mean,
Okay.
somebody can. We can just pin it.
That's
But
fine.
it's easier if we have like a graphic so people see it.
Sure. Yeah, we'll start another one for you, Christina, and you can add it there.
Apparently 2 inches was a little bit small. I got this.
You can do it.
Maybe do 3 inches.
Have you told the viewers yet, Becca, about the Bojangles cookie?
No, I have not, Rachel.
Did you want to like try and go through the live without talking about food or something? Because
We talked about candy.
we did talk about candy.
So with this part where the opening is, you're just going to round it, fold it over.
Let me go overhead too, because they can see it pretty good there.
Fold it over like this so that the edge
Like
is
tuck
turned
it.
in. And then you're going to just even it up and do a little stitch right here. Now, if you wanted to top stitch all the way around so that it doesn't kind of move on you, you can totally do that, and it looks really nice. But just do it really, really close to the edge. And like I said, this part is in the back. You're not going to see it.
You know what would look really cute?
And we have a sash.
If you did one of those blanket stitches all the way around it.
Oh, it would look cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, with like a really nice contrasting color.
Get out of here, Anna.
Done.
Get out of here, Anna.
That is Iron On for Dummies. That is sewing, beginner sewing project.
I would say sewing for dummies too.
I agree. That's a 2-in-1 for you.
Yes.
You are welcome. If you liked this content and you like us here at Oak and Lamb, now is a fantastic time to join. I did not at all intend to share a coupon code of this magnitude today, but ask and you shall receive. Use the code JINGLE, JINGLE, for $45 off our annual membership with grandfathered in renewal rate of the same.
Click the link with the Santa hats.
Santa hats in April, yes. Ho, ho, ho. Join the flock. You get access to our library of cut files with free commercial use license, our member only content. You know what? I've not heard one comment from Kat today.
Oh, she's there.
I feel a little sad.
Old Cat's there. She did exclude you from a group chat. So you
Are
can
you surprising me and I can't be in the chat? Okay.
No. I love that that's where your mind went though. Oh God.
Anyway, and you get access to our member-only content, our private Facebook group where our flock meets and convenes and interacts and helps and educates, and it's just amazing. So use that code JINGLE at checkout for the annual membership. And if you're not already a subscriber here to the YouTube channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit the little bell so that you can turn on notifications and know when we go live. But thank you all so much for being here with us today. We will be live next week as well. Maybe we can talk Anna into doing a live with the Cricut. That would be fun, right? Anna?
Let's do
She said she's going to
Cricut.
practice all weekend.
Let's do Cricut and sewing in the same video. Yes, together.
Have a fantastic day, everyone. We'll see you all next week.